Is it somebody I don't my call? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here because somebody, man, I am just knocking them out the park today, has did a request on Bruna. Now, I just did a recent reading on her new confirmed relationship with Shawn Mendes. You can go check that video right here. And then, of course, shortly after that, I did a reading on Camila Cabello. So, yeah, it's only fair to just hop on around, figure out what's going on with Bruna. So you can see that person's comment. I'm here to do a reading. I did some snooping around. She seems to be pretty private about her life. Seems like she's kind of been out of the limelight. Like, yeah, while she has acting, she really hasn't won awards since 2018. And that was around the time she had broken up with her very public relationship that she was with. And yeah, that was some information that I had found out about Bruna. And I can see that there is a pattern that sticks with her, that she is very private when it comes to her love life. She is a Leo. I'm just going to literally share everything that I found out just doing this information. Now, I'm not sure what kind of film she has directed. Please, if you're familiar with Bruna's work, please let me know down below in the comments what film she has made. However, she is an actor and a model. She has had more recent modeling gigs as well as acting gigs as well, and she's still booked for 2026 on some roles that are going to be coming out soon, especially within DC. So because of that, the DC Marvel Universe comic book, so because of that, she's got all that going on for her. But it seems like she's been really laying low and really hasn't been dating anybody or has been seen with somebody publicly since like her last relationship from 2018. And they were an on again, off again relationship, and she started dating him in 2012. So just think about how long this is. Just think about 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, a good 7 years that, yeah, I'm sure she was dating like behind the scenes, of course. But just think about it, how private she keeps her love life. Because you're not going to tell me within the last 7 days she wasn't dating anybody as attractive as she is. So because of that, I see as though to finally come out and publicize that she is with Shawn Mendes, at least from the brief research that I have done, to show that she has come out and come out publicly to be known and seen to be connected to Shawn Mendes, seems to be a big step for her when she's really private about her love life. So because of that, we're going to see what's going on with Bruna, who she is, what's up with her, how does she feel being with Shawn Mendes. Just get a feel and vibe for that. So Bruna, let's just shuffle these cards one last time. Okay, because you guys shall me shuffle this like crazy. So with that being said, the first card that I'm going to pick to represent Bruna in this connectionship that she has with Shawn Mendes. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I see a 7 of swords and a 7 of wands, and just as this card symbolizes, it's a defense and it's on guard and a sort of separation, like this is mine, this is yours, you're not going to cross this boundary setting. So I'm quite curious what this has to do with her relationship. So let's just see what's beneath the boundaries. The 10 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Swords. How funny, I had a Freudian slip there, right? And then the King of Pentacles. Okay. Now, I wasn't going to suggest this, but that's just the way the cards are coming out to me, because I was particularly curious. I didn't mention this earlier, but the cards brought it back to my recollection that I was quite curious if Bruna could possibly be with Shawn Mendes to get some attention, because her career is kind of dead. She hasn't really had any she really hasn't had any awards, and she's still acting. Yes, she hasn't won an award in years. Come on now. And she's a model. Okay, she's got that going for her, but just like really think about it. How well known and in the face when you want to be out there do you get when you're a model? So because of that, to hook up with Shawn Mendes, it just feels like a sort of PR publicity stunt. But hey. That's what I was just seeing. But the reason why I thought about that, because I saw the Seven of Wands in a different way. If you look real closely, this could be her trying to break into the world of Shawn Mendes. Instead of her being on the defense, yeah, she could be on the defense because she's watching on guard. This is like a maneuver with energy. She's trying to figure out how can she monopolize. The only reason why I say that is because at the foundation we have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles for somebody you had just met, and in this present moment you see ka-ching, legacy, foundation, value, connectionship, going the same path and building a future. And she sees that right now for somebody that she has just met. Yeah, they've been dating for like a month, but you already feel that kind of depth within a month. And I know Hollywood moves fast, but just to really think about it in that sense, I just feel as though she sees the value and the clout that this could possibly bring to her name, dating Shawn Mendes. Not saying that that's going to make her acting career win her an award, but the more eyes, fresh eyes at that, eyes outside of the Brazilian community, even though she has acted in American films, she still is getting into the acting, the American acting industry. So to do that, get connected with somebody in the American industry, and why not Shawn Mendes? Somebody who's kind of laying low just like you, who's really not trying to get hooked up, sentimental, caught up in a relationship. So, you know, all those things that just seems like it's going to work in your benefit if you're just trying to be in it for the long haul or for whatever you can get out of it. I'm just saying they're just little things that I just got a curiosity look at. Please go look at my reading on Shawn Mendes and tell me if you think, reading in comparison, you could see how Shawn Mendes would kind of be a good candidate to get her out there and known in the industry. Especially when I see in the past the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune meaning Shawn Mendes, serendipity, the chances, what are the odds? Wow, we met and we vibe, and you could take me where I need you to take me, because what I see here in the future is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles I would have to see kind of only Shawn Mendes, especially because I'm doing a love reading right here, and I can't see her seeing Shawn Mendes as a daddy and a provider. So because of that, what is he with the King of Pentacles paired with the 10 of Pentacles, paired with the Wheel of Fortune, which already symbolizes abundance and you struck it gold. At least that's how she's feeling, because the Wheel of Fortune is whatever kind of fortune you get when you spin it. And she landed on Shawn Mendes. That's the way I'm seeing it. Listen, I believe it. That's why I didn't say it. And for the cards to irk that back up in me, not irk it back up in me, but nudge it back up into my consciousness, because it was down there in my subconscious, because it was just a fleeting passing thought, something that I would like never think that she would actually do. But then here the cards are telling me that it's that very possible. And you're just like, well, there's no negative cards. No, there really isn't. But there are very strong cards. The King of Pentacles, a very male strong figure, Shawn Mendes, who's trying to become very sure of himself. I mean, she could become the King of Pentacles, but if I'm doing a love reading, who's the male energy in this love? Unless there's going to be a third party interference. But we'll have to see. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about settling down, getting into seriousness, commitment, thinking about the longevity in the future and the potentiality. So just think about it. I don't want to say Shawn Mendes is bigger than her, because I don't want to shoot down her accolades, and I'm not trying to put anybody above each other. But if you're just looking at it from her perspective, they're kind of slightly unequally yoked, but just enough for her to feel like he's not out of reach and out of grasp for her. So because of that, we see above her head is the 4 of Swords, somebody who looks like, yeah, somebody who is out here looking like they're working, looking like they're, but you don't know what's behind this wall. You don't know what exactly they could be taking a rest. They could have been out there working, doing their thing on the grind, exactly what she has been doing. And then just within the last month, she meets Shawn Mendes, and now she's able to maybe take a break, maybe able to take a little woosah, allow herself to settle in, metaphorically, not literally, but settle in this energy that her and Shawn Mendes has, so that way she can feel it out for if this is something that she's willing to stay in long term. Even if she isn't trying to use them, this is something that she's just seeing because they do have a sense of a connection, a vibe that she really does like. But we'll see, because right here, why would you need the 7 of Swords? I mean, the 7 of Wands, because I don't see Shawn Mendes like busting down her doors, treating her inappropriate, acting like a thirsty dog out here, unless he is behind closed doors and she got to act like get. I don't see it that way. So why? The only other way I could reflip that and make it the reciprocal is that she's the one trying to bust in on his energy. And because of that, because she sees the potential, the longevity, but hey, go either way. That's why I'm going to pull some cards to see the outside influences, to see what's going on with her and Shawn Mendes. Okay, that was the bottom. Weird enough, it was the 10 of Cups. Clearly, that wasn't meant to be there. Let's see. Oh, wow. I really talked that 7 of Swords up, didn't I? The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I like that. There's a sense of togetherness, especially filling in the pieces right here at the 10 of Pentacles. I'm just saying. Ooh, the 8 of Wands after the 7 of Wands, though. And Justice. Ooh, oh my. Okay, well, what I see here when it comes to how Bruna feels with her relationship with Shawn Mendes is, again, a 7. Yes, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Like she landed, like she's taking a chance to see where it's going to go and where it's going to land and what's up in her mental, what she's thinking about the 7 of Swords. Now, this could be the fact that she could see Shawn Mendes as maybe the 7 of Swords trying to get something out of her, or maybe she has this hidden energy within herself that she is that 7 of Swords and that 7 of Wands trying to sneak her way into Shawn Mendes's life with ulterior motives without him realizing. And as long as she keeps up this pretty facade of being the Queen of Pentacles. Not saying that she isn't the Queen of Pentacles, but she's the Queen of Pentacles. She's beautiful. She's got it all together. She has a career. She doesn't come from nothing. She doesn't come with nothing. She comes with something. So because of that, she's the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, she could offer a little bit something to his life too. It's an equal give or take. But she's seeing that there's something that she can get out of him that would benefit her, but also at the same time, she's just got to think about too, they, not saying that they're from the same culture, but because they're all within the same Hispanic line, there could be a sense of they understand each other, or maybe there could be like some sort of underlying prejudice. So because of that, maybe he could feel that way about her, or she feels that way about him, or maybe she could be feeling on guard because maybe it could be that sort of stigma one way or the other. But we see here, moving on to the next card in the future, we have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands symbolizes a moving on. And even when I said it in Shawn Mendes's reading, I didn't feel like it was going to last. And here we see it, Eight of Wands, which is a moving on in the future. But it's paired with the Justice card. So is it going to be leaving when it's an unfairness? Is it going to be, because it's great that we evolved from the Seven of Swords to the Justice card, because the Seven of Swords is unjust. It's sneakily, underhandedly doing it behind your back. You're never going to know, and it's for your downfall and misfortune instead of your upbringing and your positive and being your supportive partner. But we move from there to the Justice card, which is all in balance. Maybe it could be the fact that when she does leave, and maybe she did leave with the intent of the Seven of Swords. However, maybe the way she left moving forward, it's not going to do her any just when she's trying to find the next relationship. Or it could be the fact that when she does leave, if she leaves the relationship, that's all I could think about, the Eight of Wands, because what are we moving on from when we're talking about a relationship, unless this relationship moves forward, because there's a sort of reciprocity and they're equally giving to each other, and they're able to see eye to eye and treat each other fairly and not like this and more like this with each other. I could see that the potential for them to move forward in a positive light is there if it so chooses to happen. But that seems like it's going to be some truly deep work from the inside. Maybe even some like outside forces that would have to change it for it to like work that way. But let's just pull 3 cards for Bruna and Shawn Mendes's relationship from Bruna's perspective. What does her psyche and say about Shawn Mendes? Bruna, how do you feel about Shawn in this relationship? Ooh, okay. We see a tree. Okay. We see a rat. Oh my. And we see a dog. Animalistic. Just to humor myself, I'm going to pull a 4th card to see if I can get out of nature. The answer to that is no, I can't get out of nature. But metaphorically, it all depends on how you want to view it. Because yes, while the last card that I picked was not a nature card, it was a prison card, which is all about entrapment and not getting outside of the box or getting outside of whatever I'm looking for. So from that perspective, and because I was talking about that animalistic nature, that I'm like wondering, what does that mean in the sense of what brings them and draws them together? Is that like raw, undeniable chemistry connection that they have that brings them together, that's like very like hormonal nature, animalistic in a sense, primal as they say, and that's what draws them together? Because the prison is symbolizing, when I ask, can I get out of that, and I get a prison card, almost like an entrapment, it's almost like something about it is enticing for her. But here the tree symbolizes a growth. It symbolizes a healing and nurturing. So yes, back to that 10 of Pentacles energy. I definitely do see that whatever she sees in Shawn Mendes, it's something that's worth growing and something that can have sustainability, because trees are sturdy and they can last eons and eons. So because they can last that long and they're so durable, to have that kind of solid foundation with somebody, that's a good start moving forward. However, we have a rat, which is something gnarling constantly, endlessly. It has to. It's a part of its nature. How funny, right? But so because of that, the rat's always going to be right at that tree. So because there is some sort of foundation, yes, that's great, that's good, but the roots of that foundation over time is going to be deteriorating. And we see a dog, which is all about being loyal and staying until the very end, even when it's long past its due date. But because you love it so dearly, so committed to it, you don't want to let it go. Kind of like a prison. I'm just saying, I hope that's not how she's going to be feeling when it comes to Shawn Mendes. But if it is, I would say that she would only feel that way because she came in it with the wrong intention for dating Shawn Mendes. And for that's only going to come bite her in the long run. But if she comes in it with pure intentions and it's just everything else and the outside forces that prevent it from growing further than it could have, well, then that's just the way life was. And like the Wheel of Fortune said, you took a chance. If you took a chance on good intentions and good hopes, and it just didn't work out in your favor. But maybe next time. That's what I'm kind of getting with Bruna. So both with Bruna and Shawn Mendes, I'm honestly telling you guys, I'm not getting a sense of they're going to be lasting forever and forever. But for right now, I'm getting a sense of, yeah, they are vibing with each other. But it's really who I'm getting the more sense of, that Bruna is coming from a sense of connivingness, but just for a PR stunt, just for the sake of her career. That's the only way. Just want to pull one card. Is that true? Gray skies symbolize unclear, but it symbolizes a, I like that, a vain imagination. But hey, anyway, I'll leave that interpretation for you guys. Is she using Shawn Mendes? It's unclear at this point. Maybe she's trying to figure that out within herself too, because maybe that's what's getting her all confused in this reading. And maybe if that is the case, and if she does have a moral conscience within herself, would she be willing to stay in a relationship with Shawn Mendes because of the fact that it could be a come up and she's just using him for clouts? And if she has a heart and a conscience, she wouldn't do that, and she would walk away and cut it cleanly for the sake of justice and karma. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I sure did. Thank you to whoever subscribed. Thank you to whoever asked for a reading on Bruna. It was very insightful. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Please check out my reading on Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes as well, if you haven't checked out Shawn Mendes already. And with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and spread those beautiful sunflower seeds and that good light energy out there, because the world definitely needs it, especially for 2026 moving forward. We want good intentions for the new year of 2026. Please give this video a thumbs up and hype that up as well for just a good message on that. And with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Leave your comments down below if you have anybody you would like me to read on it, and I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers!